EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and Reliant Stadium, the home of the Texans. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. On the visitors' sideline, the Bills head coach Joe Brady. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, his counterpart from Houston. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you in Houston. A couple of playoff teams looking to get all the way to the Super Bowl. Bills and Texans begin the 2026 season. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. First carry for David Montgomery. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about one. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And he's going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Texans first down.
The Texans desperately needed to improve this run game from a year ago. They went out, they made a splash. They traded for David Montgomery, one of the best power backs in all of football. So I think he's got the grit, the toughness, a lot of the qualities that the Texans are looking for.
Stroud to throw here on first down. He's got his man. It's Nico Collins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
at the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Montgomery. He can be slowed up and taken down. That play goes nowhere. Stuffed behind the line for a loss. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Got his man at the 6, and he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Nico Collins, he's been C.J. Stroud's favorite target ever since he entered the league, and he's just your prototypical wide receiver, Mike. I mean, he's big, he's strong, he can win with the ball in the air, he can win at the line of scrimmage. There's really no weakness in his game, and as his career's unfolded, he just continues to ascend into the top tier receivers in the league.
Stroud to throw. That is on side of the end zone. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. The Bills take the field, and Josh Allen again leads them. Now 30. This is already season number 9. And the question with this great quarterback, the stadium in Buffalo, maybe the house that Josh built when they get there. Question is this his and their year?
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. Can be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. We're looking at a second down and 9 to go. From the gun, Josh Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle. From the 42-yard line, here's second and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. Forced out wide, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's the former Defensive Rookie of the Year, Will Anderson. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss on his way to a nice pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Second down, they need 3. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Henry To'o working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That is hot. What a throw. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Out come the Texans. You get a look at Nick Cowley, their offensive coordinator. Nick, season 2 as an OC, coaching stint in New England, then LA with the Rams under Sean McVay there. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, it's Stroud. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stroud. And he'll just chuck this one to the sideline. Receiver in the area, so no grounding. But it's third down.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Our trip around the league starts now. And we go to a land down under. Both teams taking long flights to Melbourne, Australia. The 49ers taking on the Rams. And it's Kyron Williams. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Rams had to travel a long way to get there, but they get the Week 1 victory over their NFC West rival. Next up, let's look in on the Bucs and Bengals from Cincinnati. And it's Joe Burrow getting this one to T. Higgins. A nice throw here, 20 yards for the touchdown. This one's all tied at 14 at the half. Lastly, let's check out the impact player from this opening slate of games of 2026, and it's this man. And it's a man picked up late in the process from Philadelphia, A.J. Brown. They'll get it out to him left side, and then he'll take it the rest of the way. He'll wind up going 60 yards for the touchdown. The Pats do, however, wind up falling in this one. And as night falls on a fantastic first Sunday of football, a look here at the rest of the action on a hectic first day of the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Great first weekend of football underway around the NFL. This day, so many of us look forward to more good stuff ahead later tonight. Cowboys and the Giants. We've seen that often on week one. It always delivers that divisional rivalry. John Harbaugh's Giants debut. 8:20 Eastern for that. And then another division game tomorrow night. Denver at KC. Remember, the Broncos snapped the Chiefs' 9-straight-year run of winning the AFC West title. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Moore going in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. On 3rd down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Out come the Texans. You get a look at Nick Cowley, their offensive coordinator. His guys are out front as they work on trying to find some way to extend this lead. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. That is caught out wide on the RPO. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Second and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it's going to be 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. They'll run with Montgomery. He'll push forward for about a yard. Geno Stone with the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On second down, Stroud. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. Now, Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Stroud. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The fourth quarter begins, and it's a run with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Texans. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Hardman now to return it. Whoa! And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. That's into the hands of Coleman. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To the air. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
A gain of 5. First down, Buffalo.
To throw again, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. 2nd and long coming up. On the carry, it's Cook. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he will score! Game on! Skyler Bell! Touchdown, Bills! And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Prater on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. Yeah! The Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he'll look for somewhere to go, but the lanes are all closed up. He's going to wind up losing a yard. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one is caught by Collins. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. He's beyond midfield to the 45. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. He was trying to connect with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. 3rd down coming up. Stroud to throw. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They get 15 on that game. 1st down for Houston. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A run up the gut with Montgomery. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run it, and it's the USC man, Woody Marks. And his defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal as they convert on 3rd down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Hardman now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it's a win here for the Texans. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we say, so long.
Oftentimes, we see teams move on from their starting running back after one contract, but not here. One team has agreed to a new deal to keep one of the best backs in the game right where he is.
there, just about 10 miles south of downtown, you get a look at Reliance Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. On the visitor's sideline, there's the Bengals head coach, Zach Taylor. His guys got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the other side, his counterpart from Houston. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams doing battle here. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from Houston. Time for Joe Cool. Joe Burrow brings the Bengals out. His 7th season, Greg, man, led the NFL in passing yardage and touchdowns in that terrific season a couple of years ago.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, granted exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. Good start to the season, 7 catches in the opener, and a first one here in week 2 for a first down.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Now they'll pitch it out here. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. That's Henry Toto on the tackle. Just the work on the ground for Brown last week. 16 carries for 85 yards. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. He'll swing this one out to Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks. Allow your team to get settled in. Don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Higgins sent in motion. Now Burrow on the bootleg. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. This one intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part, I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Season 4 for C.J. Stroud. The former Buckeye leads the Texans out. Greg, the number 2 overall pick back in 2023, a season in which he was named the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Pick up a 2 on the last run. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw, it's Stroud. Out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down. And they're not going to snap it. We have come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On 2nd down, Stroud. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down.
Yeah, and these are the ones on defense. You just have to be smart, Mike. I mean, it's 3rd and a mile. Don't get greedy. You don't have to get handsy and get a bunch of contact on the receivers. Just close down as much space as you can. But you just certainly don't want to bail the offense out because the rate of conversion there is just so low. But now with that PI, it's going to be 1st down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Stroud. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Now, Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Bengals offense heading back out. You see their offensive coordinator, Dan Pitcher. Pitcher in his third season as the OC in Cincinnati. On 1st and 10, Burrow. They'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Burrow. Pass caught, Gesicki on the right. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Third and 6. Now, Burrow. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Rico, and he sends it away. Here's Noel. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but is taken down after a solid return. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. Well, after a great week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants opened with the Cowboys. Now those two teams will meet at SoFi in England. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Montgomery. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Texans first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Play fake to Montgomery. And Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one's going to be taken in by Collins. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. They are moving the ball well on this drive, aren't they? It's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
A second down throw for Stroud. His pass complete to Jalen Noel. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. And they're not going to try to snap it. That'll be enough for this, and we'll bring the first half to a close.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our spin around the NFL starts now. It begins at MetLife Stadium. It's the Jets at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. And watch the big man rumble, James Conner. He gets past the first wave of the defense, and the race is on. It's a 61-yard touchdown run. The Packers do, however, find themselves trailing at the half. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And it's Lamar Jackson. He connects for a 5-yard touchdown. The Ravens with the lead at the half in a battle of 1-0 teams. Lastly, let's get a look who's getting a hot start to the year. It's our impact player from Week 2, and it's this man. And this is Jared Goff. He is at his best when the lights are brightest. 4 touchdown passes for him on the night. The Lions get their first win of the year, and they had to earn it, too. They get the road victory. And with that, time to look at what else went down in Week 2 of the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, just 1 touchdown in the first half, 10-0 your score, as we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Here's Smith to return it. Now a hit, and he lost the football. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They bring Chase in motion. Now second down throw for Burrow. Boy, they nearly got him again. Does manage to get rid of this one before taking another sack.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
He'll try and get there on the ground. What legs on that one? Taking it into the red zone inside the 20-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contained rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On first down, Burrow throwing it right into the hands of his running back, and they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up. They bring Chase in motion. Brown is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
All right, Mike, so down here tight, there's really two schools of thought. One, spread them out. Make them defend sideline to sideline, cover every blade of grass, and try to create some holes. The other side of that conversation is pack everybody in tight. We're tougher than you. We're bigger than you. And we're going to knock you back just enough to punch this in for a touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go! And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Houston. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense. You watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown. And you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. Bengals offense heading back out. You see their offensive coordinator, Dan Pitcher. His guys trailing here in the second half, so every drive's important now as they try to mount a comeback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. They go play action for Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find a throwing lane, and it sets up 4th down. We'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. That is fielded at the 13. And it winds up a very solid return as he gets it up past the 30. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Well, after a great week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants open with the Cowboys. Now those two teams will meet at SoFi in Inglewood. On 1st down, it's Stroud. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Stroud. He's hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
It is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Burrow, RPO, get it to Chase. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. Working out of the gun, Burrow in trouble, and down he goes. That'll bring up 2nd and long. To throw is Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and that's going to bring up 3rd and real long.
They'll set up the screen to Brown. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way. Now, pause here. Injured player. It's Jamar Chase who's in some discomfort. Trailing late. They've got to go here. It's 4th down. Now, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. But they will turn it over on down. They run out of the gun with Montgomery. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll run straight ahead with Marks. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Stroud. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. So time becoming a factor, down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though. On 1st and 10, Burrow. This one caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. And they're not going to get another play off here. So a lot to do as we hit the 2-minute warning. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And 3rd down coming up. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Now, Burrow. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. Here we go. 1st and goal. Burrow. That is brought in the end zone. Christian Kirk, touchdown Bengals. That his 1st touchdown of the new year. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals are back within 6.
The score, Texans 20, Bengals 14.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. And the Texans able to cover it up, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. An inside give to Marks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Now a pitch to Montgomery. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. So here's Joe Burrow and the Bengals now. Down by 9, 25 seconds to go. It's a tall order, but they begin with decent field position on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
15. 1st down, Bengals.
Back to throw, Burrow. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap. Here's 2nd down. Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Texans. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say, so long from Houston.
Oftentimes, we see teams move on from their starting running back after one contract, but not here. One team has agreed to a new deal to keep one of the best backs in the game right where he is. Oftentimes, we see teams move on from their starting running back after one contract, but not here. One team has agreed to a new deal to keep one of the best backs in the game right where he is.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys off to a strong 2-0 start to begin the 2026 campaign. On the other side, Colts head coach Shane Steichen. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
What a terrific story last season. Daniel Jones began with the Giants, spent a little time with Minnesota, and landed with the Colts. And before he got hurt with a torn Achilles, had the Colts as the #1 seed in the AFC. Was given a 2-year extension in the offseason. They expect him back in form and quickly.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. But look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 19 carries, 105 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there, and I'm confident they can repeat it again this week.
There for Andy. 43 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 2-yard line.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Jones. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3, so maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up, because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Looking to put a drive together.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Joey Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Stroud. Oh, his first throw of the game. Going to be intercepted.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The 9-yard line.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
4th down and goal.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. They run for it with Harris. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And his Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys have a first-half lead, all going according to plan so far, as they look to come up with a stop on this next drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Stroud from his own end zone. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds up past the 40. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Texans at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Stroud working out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Texans will take over. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Stroud to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Stroud out of the gun here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Again, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short one there, caught by Warren. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready
ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now Stroud.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Here's Stroud.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 36 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here goes Stroud again. Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Stroud. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Colts offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Will Anderson on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run again with Harris. And he works free. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Najee Harris, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Colts have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Mills looking to throw it. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Here is 3rd and 5.
On to give, this is Harris. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and
You can't win in the NFL without a capable quarterback, and one team has ensured that their high-end starter is going nowhere.
You